This is episode 29 of the Arts Academy podcast with Victor Varnado and Roxxy Haze. How to make a simple puppet with special guest SC King.
So I'm going to make a puppet for those of you watching, and I'll explain it slowly for those of you listening.
Please do.
So we're going to start with just a paper bag.
I want to try to do it too, what I have in the hotel. So let's...
Oh, that's great. A paper bag puppet? This is awesome.
Oh my goodness. Yes, so all you need is a paper bag. I'm going to be using a popcorn bag, but any bag will do.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, okay.
Okay, there we go.
Actually, I think the breakup is probably you because he wasn't breaking up for me.
Okay.
So you don't have to mention it anymore because I think we're all getting it just fine.
Okay, as long as everybody else gets it.
Yeah.
So what you're going to need a few things. So there is your bag. You're going to need glue, like a glue stick. Right now, because of where my studio is at, I don't know where my glue stick is, so I'm using the hot glue. But I would suggest just use it because it's just paper, so a glue stick is fine. You are going to need to create, and for a lot of these things, you can cut these things out of construction paper. I'm using googly eyes for my right here. For hair, I got a lot of string that we're gonna cut up to make the hair.
Okay.
My puppets, and then you go to Michael's, you go to Joann's. Any of those places will have just fun little colorful balls. I have a bunch of these little just felt cloth balls. That's gonna be the nose. And so, in case you did not have these arts and crafts when you were very young, so we're gonna take our bag. Let me get my glue. This puppet isn't going to have arms, but this puppet is still valid.
Yes.
So you take out your glue.
Pom-poms. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
Pom-poms.
And if you look at the bottom, or I guess at the bottom of any paper bag, the way that it's folded, it's basically shaped for a face. Like here.
Oh, that's true. I never noticed that.
Yeah, from the top corners, it kind of comes down in the middle to where a nose would be. And I'm going to take my googly eyes and just place them.
I'm going to draw my...
Here we go. And we place both of those eyes right near the crease where the nose appears.
Great, got it.
I want my puppet to have a green nose because that's my favorite color. And so our puppet is not going to be a mouth breather.
Aw.
What do you know what the suggested age range is for hot glue guns?
I do not, which is why I would suggest that everyone please use a glue stick. I'm going to say unless you are, we'll say like middle school over, because the glue guns are hot, and so I would definitely very much appreciate if everyone would use a glue stick instead. The glue stick will not burn you, but a hot glue gun can.
It definitely can. I have been burned.
As good as it sounds. I've been burnt many times.
It hurts.
Yeah. And then we're going to take a bunch of our string. I say string, but this is really, really thick. It's what I use for my other puppet's hair. And
is it almost yarn?
Yes, yeah. Yarn, yes. I would say, this I feel like it's even thicker than yarn. I'm saying string, but yes, yarn over string, unless you want a really fine-haired puppet. And today we're not making a fine-haired puppet.
Ooh, I got a cotton ball I could use.
Yarn over everything.
Yes.
Making my puppet.
Wow, it's a very sad-looking puppet.
I'm in a hotel. What do you want from me? You won't even stick.
It's making the Oliver Twist of puppets.
I'm just drawing the nose. Can you get my hair that I threw away in the trash? Hold on, I'm making this puppet.
So you're going to want to. I'm doing it on the back. I'm basically.
What? Go give me the hair in the trash. Sorry. She had her head full there. Go ahead.
I'm putting a lot of glue on the back of my puppet's head because I want the hair to droop down.
Okay.
And So I start to. This character is having some ethnic hair. Is what we're gonna do. Yes.
So basically, what you're doing is the string is unbroken, so you're kind of like weaving it back and forth over the line of glue.
Yes, I'm taking one long piece of yarn and I'm weaving it back and forth on the back. And his sweet hair. And let me cut this.
So you cut off the excess yarn at the end?
Yes, and then we cut off the excess yarn, and so you see at the back you've weaved. Say it's really sloppy and quick, but here we go.
That's great. I think that's fantastic.
My puppet's name is. Mine's name is. His name is Buford.
Buford.
Buford. Hold on.
Yes, and so here we have the simplest. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Yeah. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Yes.
Baby, for a while, you set my heart on fire.
Yeah, I did it.
I love it. I love
Victor
your
was
dark eyes, Roxy.
Thank you. Victor was hating, but I feel like this is some top quality. Well, mine won't be the other part.
You have the loudest puppet.
I actually did a short film where I directed a puppet for a while.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually going to show it to you, the trailer for it at least.
Please do.
I played the puppet myself because that's how I roll. I play the puppet sometimes. I've actually got to turn on the sound so that you can hear the sound from Chrome. Here we go. Boom. Here we go. And 3, 2. Here we go. 1. We're doing it. This is happening. Here comes the puppet trailer.
We've known since the beginning that puppets can make us happy. In some cases, they might sing a song or perform some other pleasurable activity. But the danger is that a puppet's deviant antics can cause extreme emotions of all kinds in people. This, in essence, is puppet mania.
I was the voice of that puppet.
I got choked.
It's beautiful. Let me. I have one more thing.
My notes. No.
Those are nice notes,
everybody.
I have a question. Why do you think we like puppets so much? Like, what type of like emotional connection do we have to puppets?
What am I, your psychologist? Get out of here.
Yes, I want to know. It has to be something because it seems like adults like puppets more than children. Like children like puppets, but it seems like adults just connect to puppets. What is it?
Well, here's something that has to do with not just puppets, but it's also like the art of montage. Basically, we put emotions on things that resemble humans. So we can look at a puppet, and the puppet's expression doesn't change, but the puppet can be angry, the puppet can be happy, the puppet can be sarcastic, because we put that on the puppet based on the performance and the voice. So we can see so many things in a puppet.
For not a psychiatrist, that was a good answer.
Totally great.
I think with puppets, you're able to, because they do seem kind of human-esque, like, we can write them off, but things like the Muppets and Sesame Street, it's all really profound, actually, because even if it's just Grover dealing with the blue guy who he's always messing with, like, we've all had experiences like that, trying to deal with somebody, at a restaurant, and the server isn't, like, all these puppets ever do really is just kind of reflect experiences that we have in reality. Like the Muppets are, like, I believe it's very profound. This is Eki, my other puppet.
He has locks. That's dope.
Yes, I basically I wanted to make a puppet that had dreadlocks. This Eki is a couch surfer. basically, and this is the puppet that my niece spends the most time with, because he has nothing better to do in the show. And I also voiced this puppet, and he's kind of he's real laid back, and he's just like, hey, you got like $5 that I can borrow?
He's a broke puppet.
Yes. Yeah, no, he
broke puppet.
he's a poor broke puppet. He can learn to be better. He just needs to, like many of us.
I don't know how you learn to be unbroke. That's tough.
Man.
You get a job. That's actually his entire subplot is about getting a job. So.
Oh, that's cool. So you're teaching kids how to get jobs too. That's
SC, I want to thank you very much for coming on New York All Arts Academy and teaching.
Yay!
You're the best.
Appreciate
Thank you so much. And do you want to tell people out there how to find you?
Yeah, you can find me online at SC King. That's my professional and personal page name. But right now, right now we're in the middle of transition. It was SCTV Tulsa. It was difficult to find because SCTV as a brand existed. The hyphen didn't really help me, and so we're being rebranded as King of the Losers Productions. And right now we are working on a web series, a sci-fi web series called 300 Days to Mars.
Okay.
We have 3 episodes already up. We're working on our first short film that's debuting August 21st. So yeah, I would say to look up SC King. 300 Days to Mars is the series we're shooting right now. It's a really big piece. And as far as the children's content that we were making, Pasta Probably Maybe, that's going back into production next year. I can't wait to make it. I love children. But yeah, I love entertaining. I love working with other artists of all types because not everyone knows how to market themselves, and I'm trying to basically promote community over competition. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, there are so many talented people, but sometimes you get these bubbles of it's either me or them, it's me or you, when in fact all of us work together to create a scene, and we shouldn't be fighting each other. It's about collaboration, and I'm so blessed.
It's really interesting because part of what this school is about is just freely sharing information as much as you can. Because a lot of people hoard information because they think that any information that they give to other people creates competition for themselves, which isn't true. So,
no, I appreciate that. That's very, it's very on brand with what I believe, and so the fact that you're putting it out there to help people, because before we started, we were talking about using the internet for good. And the fact that we don't all have the resources. You got some people who have a gift, but they don't know how to harness it or to find people who can help them along with it. Right. And I've been humbled a lot in the past couple of months by having people with different skill sets saying, hey, Steven, I'm an editor. This is what I do. Why don't you direct your show? Let me edit it for you. Someone's like, hey, I do makeup. This is what I do. And realizing even if I don't have all the resources to be able to give them what they want, there are people out there who want to use their talents. And it's all about working together. It's symbiotic. So
I agree. Awesome. Okay. Well, Essie, thank you so much. Deputy Headmistress Roxxy Haze, thank you.
Bye.
For your great puppet. And I am Dean Victor Varnado. Please, if you wouldn't mind out there, follow us on social media at Arts Academy Podcasts on all social media, or go to altartsacademy.com so you can see everything that we do. And you can also go to artsacademypodcast.com to see every single episode of this podcast, which has so much random information, but always a good time, right?
Yay!
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Make sure to visit us at artsacademypodcast.com.